Okay, what's up? What's going on? We have some MOTU to check out because, boy, those new figures dropped on pre-orders on Big Bad Toy Store, and of course you can get them at other places too, but I'm going to look at these, I'm going to get my opinions, and I'm going to figure out which one of these are purchase guarantees, which ones I have to have, and which ones I could skip on. Let's do that today. All right, what's going on? Let's start here. We'll head over to Big Bad Toy Store, and I want to check these out. I want to get my my opinions on them. Look, I've seen some pictures of them here and there, and they're definitely some great-looking figures from what I can tell. And some of these are absolutes, like without a doubt. But I want to go through the entire list. I already marked my my stuff to basically show me nothing but pre-orders. We'll see what's currently sitting on Big Bad, what we could get right now if we went in today and we decided just to put a bunch of stuff on pre-order. I don't know what, if anything, I'm actually going to put on pre-order. I don't know. I'm not, of course, not going to do it right here on the video. I'll wait until the video's done and then I'll make my decisions. But let's go in and talk about them in general because these look like some tremendously good figures. So, okay, right off the bat, we're looking at Masterverse New Eternia Triclops. This guy looks great. Look at him. He's fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic. Now, I have the other one of him, and I've yet to do a video. I've yet to actually open him. He's another one of those figures that I bought, and I kept saying to myself, oh, I got to get in there, and I got to do this video. I have the first one, Masterverse, of him that was released, and I've yet to open him, like I said, but he looks great there, and he looks even better here. So, looks like he'll come with a different kind of eye. That's actually interesting that it's not going to just turn on his head and be different eyes. It's going to be like, take this eye off and put that eye on. I guess that's fine. It's a way to do it. Maybe there was something to the thought process of a turning mechanism would probably be loose, but I don't see why it couldn't have just been a hat where the top of his head had like slits, and then you could have like taken it off, turned it a little bit, put it back on, and then it would have been a different eye. I don't know. I don't think it's a big of a deal, though. Looks like you'll have punchy hands and all grabby hands. He's got two swords. He's cool. He's cool. He's legit cool. He's a good one. I don't know. He's one I want. I'll say that. He's one I want. I don't know that I'm, like, splitting at the seams, like, for absolute. But I do like him a lot. Like, I like him a lot. I think he's fantastic. So let's go back now. Ooh, it's giving us some trouble here. I don't know why it's acting slow, but here we'll go to the other tab while we wait for that one to load up. And we got a Masters of the Universe Origins Zodak reissue. This is almost exactly what it sounds like. It's Zodak. It's Origins. It's fine. Zodak is not something that I'm like freaking out about. It's not something that I absolutely have to have. So he's cool. But he also is what he is. You get what I'm saying? So let's go check out somebody else. Okay, so we're back on this screen. Let's check out, as my daughter continuously puts it, Neckman. Neckman is here. She gets such a kick out of it. Every time we watch this, anytime we watch it, she's like, this guy is useless. His power is long neck. She has no love for him at all. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't have any attachment to him either. He's something that if I found him somewhere, maybe. Otherwise, I have, like, he's not a character that I'm especially in love with by any means whatsoever. I'm not freaking out. I don't need him for what it's worth. We're not going to be going out of our way for this guy. I don't know what this weapon here is. The shield is really cool. I like the shield. Whatever this symbol is right here, that's really cool. He comes with the neck, and he has the two different hands. He has the grab hands and the punch hands, which I'm assuming is going to be pretty standard. His neck looks like it has segments, so you'd be able to make his head go up and wobble all around and everything, which I guess is cool, but like still nothing. He's not on my list of absolutes. For right now, without a doubt, I have one going on the list right now. He would be pre-ordered. He-Man is coming back out. And this is almost a dual character. If you want to get super technical, this is a dual character. Because We have this version, which is coming out, which this is the He-Man for the Revolution that's coming out. And he's got a new face sculpt. And I'm hearing a lot of people complain about this face sculpt. I don't think I hate it. I'm not in love with it by any means whatsoever, but I definitely don't hate it. I'm not sure what a lot of people are angry about when it comes to He-Man face sculpts. Like, I've heard a lot of people that they didn't like the first one, the Revelation He-Man, and I guess I get it, but, like, that's what he kind of looked like in the show. To me, it was fine. It was fine. It wasn't as big a deal as everybody made it out to be. And then this new one, it's okay. It almost seems like they're hitting a middle ground between, like, what we saw in the super cartoonish look and what we got from, like, the Viking one that I like a lot. So, I don't know. I'm not sold one way or another. This head sculpt does not bother me, but it doesn't thrill me by any means whatsoever. I like this gold here. I think that's solid. And as we look over here, this is the selling point to this He-Man. If we're getting perfectly honest, this is the selling point to this He-Man. He's going to come with the axe. He's going to come with the hands, which we already said that's going to be a normal. He's going to come with this plate and the battle armor. This is a battle armor He-Man. Plain and simple, that's what this guy is for. He could be either or. Now this brings up the problem, do you buy one? Or is this another guy like Viking, if you really want to put him on your shelf, if you want to display both possibilities, do you end up having to buy this guy twice? That is a consideration. It's a real consideration. But since I already have a multitude of He-Man on the shelf, in fact, I did that entire video where I just talked about like the best He-Man in Masterverse. Since I have multiple normal style He-Man on the shelf, I don't think I'm getting him twice. I don't think it's necessary, but for the battle armor, he's definitely on the list as an absolute must, because that's fantastic. Going on from there, we have Evelyn. This one shocked me, that this was even going to be a thing. This is movie Evelyn. She comes with the key, which is pretty cool. I'm going to be honest. Even now, I've never actually seen this movie. I remember catching like a little bit of it on TV one time where they were shooting a bunch of stuff up in a music store, and that's as far as I ever saw. And I remember seeing her, and, well, the actress is phenomenal. Is that look, the way her face, her eyes, that penetrating stare, she really worked very well for Evelyn. Now, I will say this, whether I like it or not, this is cool that it's happening. I don't know if this is accurate, if this is movie accurate. Maybe it's super accurate. Like I said, I couldn't tell you that looking at it myself. I just don't know. But it could very well be. And if it is, this is one more step towards getting like movie figures, like all of them, because it seems like they're moving in that direction where they just keep dropping, like every now and then, like we've got the movie He-Man, now we've got a movie Skeletor, now we've got a movie Evelyn, and are they going to keep going in this way? Are we going to get more and more until we like have the entire movie set? I don't know. This color right here, like I see this is all kind of a silverish color, and then like, oh, I like that. I like the new box. The window could use a little work. I think the window is definitely better on the original. I'm curious what the side is going to be, because you know I like the artwork for this stuff. And of course, this is actually really good right here. Okay, so, okay. I'm not digging the side the way that I dig the side for the other stuff. Well, maybe that's a blessing in disguise, because I can only stock so many actual boxes before I run into a problem. She's solid. This is a goldish color, and then like here, my eyes must be playing tricks on me, because here it seems all kind of a silverish color. Either way, she seems solid. I don't know that I'm like in an absolute rush to get my hands on her, to be fair. So far we're only on 2 absolute pre-orders, but she is cool for what it's worth. I don't dislike her at all. And if I get movie Skeletor, it would make sense to get her, because I could put them together and then it's fantastic. So she's definitely in the running. 3 right here. This is an absolute. This is an absolute must, without a doubt. No question about it. This is happening. This is freaking Orko the White with Gwildor or whatever. Now, I know this guy because I know him from the comic book, and I also know that he's in the movie. He was kind of like the replacement for Orko, and not that I necessarily understand or agree with that, but it is what it is. He created the cosmic key or whatever, and he uses it to kind of swap dimensions and everything. I like these hand effects. That's cool. Orko has these magic tornado hand effects. Yeah, I really like this. This Orko. The only thing that would make it better is if this cape was longer. Like if it came with like 2 or 3 attachments. So, because that cape is crazy, and he uses it like a weapon in the at the end of Revelation, where he's whipping it around. I like this though. He's got like an entire effect around him, like this power field. That's really cool. He has a power sword, which is kind of cool. I don't know if this is like the power sword it's being constructed, or maybe he's making a new one, or that's the one from his universe. I don't know. I think that's a weapon. That's not the cosmic key. That's a weapon. And then he's got like a staff here. I wonder if he's going to show up in Revolution. I wonder if he'll show up in Revolution, and then we'll get like an expansion on his character and bring him into the fold as an actual 100% realized MOTU figure. But without a doubt, this is an absolute in terms of the pre-orders. We have New Eternia Man-at-Arms, and New Eternia Man-at-Arms is no joke. He's fantastic. Like, I already have the other Man-at-Arms. I don't have both of them. I have Man-at-Arms. I don't have Logan. I have Man-at-Arms. But this dude right here, and I love the fact that has an attachment where the ball comes out. That's actually really cool. He's fantastic, though, because this is your classic Man-at-Arms. This is the classic version. Like, it's the toy reimagined for the New Eternia line. And so far, I've liked every single one of these. I liked the Beastman when they did it. I liked the He-Man when every one of these New Eternias has 2 forms, like a nowadays New Eternia version, and then usually you can take pieces off of them or add pieces onto them, and you can build the original classic design. And every single one of these has been absolutely fantastic. And this, you can go whatever direction you want. You can go more of a Filmation, or you can go more of a comic book version where he didn't have the mustache. Absolutely fantastic. This is cool. I like it. I like it quite a bit. He's definitely one of the guys that's on my radar. Then we have Trapjaw. He's cool. Without a question, he's on the list. Like, he's just awesome. Like that. His face is kind of super creepy. Is this guy New Eternia? Is that what we're looking at here? Yes, this is the New Eternia one. So this is one where they've kind of reimagined him, but at the same time, we could revert him back to being a classic, straight out of the cartoon, reimagined toy. I really like this New Eternia. The New Eternia line is absolutely fantastic because it gives us what we want. It's every bit reimagined for today, but every bit looks like new reimagined concept toys from the original toys, and it's so good. Like, that's one of my favorite things about this. This is kind of crazy, this area in his mouth and everything like that. So he's absolute. He's absolute. Here we got Revolution Masterverse Skeletech, which I'm guessing is what happened at the end when Motherboard implanted tech into Skeletor, and this is what we're going to get, is this crazy looking thing here. He's got like robot legs, like horse leg things, and he's got like a robot arm, and there's something going on the stomach here, and then there's parts of his face that have been replaced by mechanical apparatus. He's wearing this hood, so you can't really see just how much damage has actually been done to him, and he's got this crazy robot arm, which I'm guessing maybe it shoots fire and all kinds of other stuff like that. I mean, why wouldn't it? That's cool. That's really cool. That's really imaginative. It's really cool. Looks like he's got like a little crown thing. Yeah, so you could put the crown on him, or you can keep the crown off of him. Either way, it's really cool. I might argue, though, that it's cooler with the crown off. There's something really crazy about the hood in general. But yeah, he's fantastic. And then, of course, we have Sorceress Tila from Revolution, which I'm actually surprised about. They don't call her Revelation. Not that her design seems any different, as far as I could tell from what we saw at the end of Revelation, so I guess it's really fine, but she's going to be a good one. She's going to be a good one, and she's going to look fantastic next to the normal sorceress that I have as well. Looks like she'll get the standard sorceress staff, which is just going to be it's going to be a rehash. We'll get exactly what we've already got. The cape is a major improvement. If I'm looking at this right, this cape is a major improvement as to what we got for the sorceress, because the sorceress cape was not wondrous. It has problems, noticeable problems. This looks way better. The only thing I could say that doesn't look better about it is that shouldn't it be longer? Shouldn't she have this, but at the same time, shouldn't she be able to do just like the other sorceress and lift her arms up and then it kind of follows her through? You know what I'm talking about? She gets style hands and she gets grab hands. Anyways, you know if it's Tila, first off, that's like 100%, that's a buy. But sorceress on top of that, yeah, that's a 100%. And then this is not part of the new line, but for whatever reason, it's sitting here in the pre-order section. I'm guessing people have ordered these and not got them yet, which surprises me because I thought for sure I saw a lot of people that are already looking at their whiplashes. He's really cool. He's definitely one that I'm interested in. I'm not sure how I will display him. I'm fighting with myself about that because I like this like full-on ogre armor look thing. But there's something to be said about the classic look of just being a monster man that relies on the fact that he is a monster man with built-in natural armor. That's really cool. Maybe his tail could have been a little longer, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, that's his whole gimmick is he has like a whipping tail. And I feel like maybe for like a giant lizard thing, maybe that could have been longer. Maybe it's fine when you actually have the figure itself. I don't know. But that's enough of those guys. So, yeah, look, we're talking about estimated fourth quarter. I almost thought for sure that people already had this figure in hand. Maybe they don't. I am a little behind. I stepped out of Masters of the Universe for a little while so that I could focus on grabbing up some stuff that I wanted to finish collection-wise and get on the shelf. So I can't guarantee where I'm sitting or what I'm thinking with some of this. So let's check out the other side of this. Let's check out all the Origins guys. Okay, we'll go over here. And I already looked at him. I already looked at Zodax. So let's look at, this is Trapjaw's Filmation. This is from the cartoon collection that's coming out, and these guys are amazing. I mean, there's no way around it. I'm thinking all of them. Like, I just am. Like, look at him. He's fantastic. Now, here's the thing. I've argued this a couple of times. The toys are not the cartoons. They're different continuities, they're different characters, they're different looks, they're different designs. That's why sometimes I see people that complain and they're like, He-Man doesn't look like that. Did you ever even watch the cartoon? Well, the cartoon has nothing to do with how He-Man looks in toy form. Literally has nothing to do with it. Just like the TMNT Turtles that came out years ago, the first Turtles that we got in the 80s, they did not look like the cartoons because they were never meant to be that in the first place. That's just the way it was. They were built off the comic book designs, just like these guys were built off a completely different design. But these guys are built off the cartoon look. And because of that, they do need to look like the cartoon. And as far as I'm concerned, he does. He's fantastic. And it finally put a Trapjaw from Origins into the collection because I don't have one. I don't have one. Let's see. This is 100%. Without a doubt, that I'm looking forward to. That is fantastic. That sculpt, that design, that I'm curious to see what the new female body looks like, the female buck, because these are new male bucks and new female bucks. The cartoon line, I think they stand a little bit taller and they have a little bit difference in terms of the overall buck. And just to put it out there, this is Tila from the cartoon, This is fantastic. That sword, that's straight out of the cartoon. I recognize that. I recognize this shield from when she's training Adam and everything in one of the episodes. I don't recognize this little device thing. Maybe it's like a training pod that I can't remember from the show. Every single one of these seems to come with something that's relative to the original Filmation stuff. Like he came with like this, whatever this is, this little blob skull thing. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure that it comes from an episode or something like that, because that's one of the gimmicks of the toys that are currently about to come out that are these. It's actually a really cool concept in general. Now we got Filmation Skeletor as well. He's fantastic. He's an absolute yes. Like I said, the body buck is different. That's a different chest. Those are different arms. These are different legs. Look at them, living legs. They are not skipping leg day anymore. And look at the Havoc staff. Look at this too. The armor is different. It connects different. It has a bit of a different feel in general. He's going to get his Dark Sword of Power. He gets his Havoc staff, and the Havoc staff looks great. And these, I did a video a while back where I was arguing about whether or not to buy the other Skeletor that's coming out on Friday. And I said, he looks like he's got these two things, but they could be placeholders. They're not placeholders. It hit me shortly after that video that those are from an episode of the cartoon, the Filmation cartoon called like Masks of Power. I recognize them. I remember the Masks of Power episode like shortly after watching it. So these masks are a piece of Filmation, original 1980s episode history, and it's really cool that we're getting little gimmicks like that inside of this cartoon line. So every one of these cartoon figures, you figure, wow, is going to be coming with something that screams episode, and you could track down the episode and figure out where it came from. That is awesome. This is cool too. They're doing reissues for anybody that missed waves and is having trouble getting their hands on such. There's a reissue of She-Ra that's coming out right here. And as far as I could tell, she's the same thing that I already have on the shelf. There'd be no reason to get a hold of her. She looks like she comes with a comb thing, which the other one did not come with. The comb thing is a throwback to the series. Not the series, but the original toys. The original toys, they had actual hair, and then they came with like combs and brushes and things like that. So her axe is also a comb, and you could have combed her hair. This figure will not have real hair, so that doesn't really necessarily matter. But as far as I could tell, that's the only difference in the reissue, is she'll have an extra thing that I didn't get with mine, but I don't, that's not enough for me to buy another one of these. It's not enough. So I am definitely skipping on this concept, but it is cool, and I do realize what it is, and this is fantastic. These reissues are important for people that missed out on certain characters in certain waves, or fan favorites that were scooped up so fast and you never had a chance and you never found them in retail. And just, if you missed out, don't miss out this time, because these reissues, as they show up, they're going to be fantastic buys. We got Merman. He's okay. Look, he is a reissue, and I debate on whether or not I give a crap about buying that Merman, or whether or not I give a crap about buying the Lord of Power Merman, and I don't know. Origins-wise, I don't know that I'm sold on the idea of Merman. I am fine with the Classics Merman thing, the classic version, Eternia Classic or whatever, that's coming out for Merman on the Masterverse side, because that is an absolutely unbelievable figure. But this, it's not that I don't like Merman, it's that the toy, to me, it doesn't scream have to have it. It's not Gillman. It's not something like that. It's not just an unbelievably cool thing for me. Somebody else might very much, that's their favorite guy and they have to have him. We got Filmation Beastman, and I love it. I love it. This is fantastic. We got that fur. We got the little blue thing in the middle here. That face looks fantastic. This is awesome. This is awesome. He looks great. He's got his whip. I'm okay with this. This is cool. I recognize that too. I can't remember what episode that's from, but I recognize that gun thing. Oh, he's got a really cool sword too. What is that from, I wonder? This almost makes me want to go back and watch a couple episodes, see if I can track down these items, because that is really cool. He's one I'm definitely interested in, without a doubt. He's absolutely solid. We have He-Man from Filmation, and this one is awesome. He's an absolute as well. Of course, he's going to be cartoon version He-Man. He's going to have this face, which is really good. That's actually very well done. He comes with a power sword. He comes with a sheath this time, an actual on his back sheath. And he also seems to come with that sword, that ancient sword. No, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. Because right there, that doesn't show him coming with it. Let's check real quick. Made of plastic, power sword. Okay, so he will come with whatever that other sword is, like an ancient sword thing or whatever. Whatever this ancient sword is, he'll also get this. That's cool. I don't know that I'm like overly, I don't know. How do I put this? I'm not necessarily overly concerned about that sword because it also looks like Beastman gets that sword as well. Does he? Beastman figure. Thanks. It looks like he comes with it. So I'll have 2 of those cool skull face swords. That is cool because I can use them for other things as well. And then that's actually the end of it, because down here, like, yeah, this is cool. We have a U.S. packaging Randor and whatnot, but this is just when we're getting into stuff that is showing back up. So they're getting extra waves. So you could come in here, and if you missed out on the creepiest Trapjaw, you can come in here and nab up the creepiest Trapjaw for a price that's right. $19, $20 is a price that's right. And when they get restock of this issue and you pre-ordered it, it will come your way, and that is fantastic. Do not pay aftermarket scalping prices when you know that the figures are not worth it. That simple, nothing more than that. That simple. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't buy it. They can't sell it. Let them sit on the overstock ridiculous inventory. If they are a flipper, let them flip around with their overstock. Don't do it. These figures are more than accessible at the price that they are supposed to be accessible at, and you can get them if you are patient. This kind of thing proves it right here, because you just go to things like Big Bad, go to things like Entertainment Earth, find the pre-order thing, put the pre-order in, or if you find a made to order, or if you shop around and make sure you're paying a price that you are actually okay with, that you're not getting ripped off, that it seems fair. Always, always, always consider what you're paying, because you gotta be careful about the aftermarket. Sometimes they very much know, just like She-Ra. She-Ra disappeared. When she first came out, man, that wave was hard to get. And then people did not get She-Ra, and then they were selling She-Ra for like, I saw her as high as $140 one guy was selling. Maybe she went even higher than that. I don't know. That was the price that I saw. I saw $140, and at the basic, $80 to $100 at the basic on the aftermarket, and she's not worth that. She's not worth that. She's worth $20 because she is a mass-produced figure. Plain and simple. She's worth $20, basic market, MSRP, unless you live somewhere else. There's a possibility you live somewhere else, and maybe that equivalates a different price. I understand that, Canada and things of that nature, even further than that, to be fair. But I get it. I'm just simply telling you that if you feel like something is too high, walk away. There's a ridiculous amount of Masters of the Universe out there. Pick up other things while you're waiting to get another shot at something. And if it comes down to it, if you absolutely have to pay that aftermarket value, be 100% sure that it's something you want, and it's something that you will credibly justify the money that you spent, because aftermarket is exactly what it is. It will gut you, and you will get gutted. It's just the way that it is. It's just the nature of it. These things, and I'm not even talking about scalpers necessarily. This is the nature of toys. Once toys go out of print, once they go away, they do one of two things. Their prices drop to absolute garage sale, or their prices skyrocket to, I have it. And if you want it, it's going to cost you. That's simple. Guys, this new wave looks absolutely spectacular. And you now have all my opinions on what's coming out, what it looks like, what is exciting, and what I'd rather just kind of pass and not worry about. Anyways, guys, anything that you do put on pre-order looks like most of this stuff, if not all of this stuff, is going to be dropping in March. So we're talking like March of next year. So if you put it on pre-order and you reserve your spot right now at some place like Big Bad and then you put the money back, yada, 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 you should be fine. But don't make mistakes. Don't think that you have the money. Put yourself into it and then hurt yourself in the long run. Remember, these are first and foremost collections and toys. They're toys. Don't hurt your own life to obtain these pieces of plastic, okay? That's the way it is. Handle your own stuff, especially right now. Things are getting tough. Money's getting tight. Maybe you can only pick one or two of these, and you're going to have to really plan it out. But you have till March to plan it out, okay? Get the pre-orders in you want. Any questions, comments, concerns, or just telling me you're wrong, I can't wait to get that figure, shut up, Bill, you say it down there. It's always open to you. I'm going to get out of here later on.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.